So I came from a small town in Chapmanville, West Virginia, and our family dogs were DOs. We would go to them, and they were at the ball field when sports was going on, and you'd have a little bit of a wait time, but you understood it once you got in there because those guys would want to know about mom, dad, brothers, sisters, how you recuperate from the last play, whatever. But they were part of the family, and they were part of the community, and that's just what I wanted to be. When I was applying to medical school, you have to get a reference letter. And so I went to Dr. Apgar, who was one of the founding members of the school, and he was in Huntington, West Virginia. And we sat down, we'd never met before, but he took time. And again, wonderfulness of a DO, qualities of a DO, but he took time, and we chatted for 30, 40 minutes. And one of the things he told me is, asked me what my grades are as a straight A. I said, not straight A's. I got decent grades, but they're not straight A's. And he said, good, because what he's found, the best doctors are never straight A doctors. The guys that make a B every once in a while, they're the ones that know to take a little personal time and to keep things in proportionality. And so that has always stuck with me too. Is sometimes you just need to take a little time for yourself and take a break, and keeps you going. I remember the first time walking into the anatomy lab and just that sensation of you felt the grip that, oh wow, I'm really doing this. I'm in medical school. Dr. Nemitz, he was more than faculty. Dr. Nemitz became part of us, and we felt that he cared, and not just him. There were several. Cared not only about your academic achievement, but about you as a person. So Dr. Foster would be another one that. There's just some professors that would come in that students just absolutely loved. I mean, it wasn't school. It was just a pleasure to be there. And you could sit and listen to Dr. Foster for hours and hours and hours, and it never got old. And so we loved having him come in, teaching radiology, teaching in the anatomy lab, teaching physical exam. I mean, he just the breadth of knowledge and the sensibility of it all. He gave it to you in practical terms, so it wasn't just feeling like you were clicking off some academic check boxes, but he made you realize you're going to see this, and when you do, this is what it means, and this is how you treat it. And so he's another one I put very high on my list. I remember some of our classmates were from Mississippi and Alabama, and so the first big snow happened when we were in between a fall and spring break. So some of us from West Virginia came back to campus a little early, and just for fun, I remember taking shovels and burying their cars and doors in snow. And of course, the next morning we knew they were going to be coming back in town, and when they got out of their taxis, they were excited and smiling and taking pictures, and that was not the response we expected. And so we went walking out and said, hey, what do you think about your door? And there's like, oh my gosh, we've never seen snowdrifts like this in Mississippi. So that's not a snowdrift. We pranked you. Of course, we dug them out and got them home. But just so many fun, wonderful memories. Yeah. I've always felt that people should give back. A group of folks came and talked to me about running for office. I had no intention of running for office, but they explained to me why it was important, and why there was so much stuff that happened medically that, we're a civilian legislature made up of all walks of life, and there's not a lot of physicians oftentimes that serve in the legislature, but there's really complex decisions that affect all of us. And so I heard that. I felt that maybe that was my calling, and so I threw my name in the hat, and I thought, well, if it's meant to be, I'll be elected. If not, that's okay too. But I was elected, and so I'm still trying to help all I can. Transforming. I think if you stay focused on the mission, which is what we do, which is to provide physicians for West Virginia. Being in the legislature, one of the things I'm always fearful of is, as the MDs and DOs combined, there's going to be less foreign medical graduates, which West Virginia relied on heavily. And really, it's been Lewisburg that kind of stepped up to the plate and is providing for the people of West Virginia. So I think if they stay on focus and stay on that mission and listen to the needs of what the people of West Virginia really need, we're going to continue to do great things. I have no doubt.